This is ION Hong Kong with Key.
And this is Harminder, and we'll be discussing the top news for the week involving Hong Kong and China. And welcome back to the second half of ION Hong Kong. And on the line, we have Prince Wong of Scholarism. Now, this week, she was, I think it was Sunday, right?
Right.
She was just with Scholarism, her activist group, and just doing the normal, set up a table, hand out pamphlets, talk on the megaphone, and just about your issues. Everybody does it.
Right.
But for some reason, the anti-triad police came up to her and the rest of the group and demanded their identification.
Right.
Now, demanding identification isn't something unusual. But why the anti-triad police?
Maybe they just have that team to work on that Sunday.
Maybe they switch shifts or something. But we'll ask Prince Wong ourselves. So, hello, Prince. Are you on the line?
Hello.
So, Prince, why don't you tell us what happened that day?
On last Sunday, me and some Scholarism members we go to have a promotion of the coming assembly, and suddenly some anti-trial police they come to us, and one of the policewomen she said she wants all our ID cards. But and then I said because we didn't usually if police asked about ID cards, only one of the members needs to give the card to them, but not all of the members. So at last only me have give my ID card to the police, and when some of the police left, but still some of the police stand about really 1 meter, and they keep recording our speech on that day.
I see.
So was it the first time something like that ever happened to you?
I tried before that the police want to check our ID card, but they are not the anti-trial police. Yeah.
Right.
I see. So how many were them? I mean, how many police officers at that time?
About 10. Yes.
About 10. And how many of Scholarism members in your street booth?
About five members. Yeah.
So 2 police to every student.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, there's such a threat that they need 2 cops per student. Anyways, I mean, we're going to put up this photo here of the one that you put up on, the Scholarism put up on their Facebook page, where you're standing there and listening to them. You seem very unimpressed by them coming up to you.
What should I do at that time?
Oh, I see. So how was their attitude towards towards you and the rest of the students? Were they friendly, or were they aggressive, or were they angry? How were they?
I think they are quite. They're not nice. Yeah, because they try to. I think that they try to make us scared. Yeah, maybe they surround all of our members and want us to give our ID card to them, or so they could. So because we may think that the police will get our ID card and put us on some blacklist like this.
So you think they were trying to intimidate you?
Yeah.
Wow. Did they give you any reason why they want to check your ID card?
No, they didn't give us any reason.
Not even saying that you are suspected of any kind of crimes.
They didn't give us, just said you need to give us our ID card, and no reason at all.
And since then, has Scholarism resumed their street booths, or was that the last time?
Did you end it there, or did you guys just give your ID card to them and then continue and go on with your?
Or did you pack up and leave?
Oh, usually we will give our one ID card to them, and then the police won't do anything else. Yeah. But this time it's quite rude. Yeah.
Do you consider any action that you will take against the police, like filing a complaint or something? Would you guys plan to do that?
We are still in consider because in this it's okay that the police check one of your ID cards, but if the police continues to have some, for example, continue to check your ID card without any reason, then we may consider to, or we are going to have some action.
I see. So, Prince, we noticed that on your Facebook, you made a comment saying that if the political reform package being passed in the Legislative Council, then probably some people will have some action. What did you mean about that?
Because I think some people may feel so angry if the package passed, so they may have some action. But for me personally, I'm not really agree that, because I think if the proposal had already passed, of course we will feel angry, but we couldn't change anything after the proposal, after the package passed. So what we should do is we shouldn't have do some action without without an end. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but do you think that Occupy 2 will happen or not?
Well, I don't think that the Occupy will happen, because after the umbrella movement, many people, they feel so tired, and they may not sure that if Occupy is still a good way to it's still suitable for them now. So I think people may not. Yes, Occupy may not happen. Yeah.
Okay,
I see. So what's next then? If because I think most people think that next week the proposal will be vetoed and would not get passed. So what is the next plan for scholarism?
After it's vetoed.
After it's not passed.
Well, we are still thinking about it. But for me, I think because for example, the basic law, which we may have more discussion on it. Yeah.
I see. So
does that mean amending Article 45?
Yeah, it is one of the topics.
Okay.
Thank you, Prince Wong, for your time.
And that was Prince Wong. You can just search her on Facebook and search Prince Wong, or you can go to facebook.com/Prince Yut. So thank you, Prince, for being online.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
That the police are suddenly sending anti-triad. I mean, first of all, talk about a waste of police resources. Okay, we triads. They want to find triads. I'll take them to Chim Sa Choi and Mongkok, and I'll show them triads. They're not exactly hiding, most of them.
Right.
You can openly see that where they're operating. This is just a chilling effect.
I think it's quite funny. If you have met Prince personally, then you actually see that she's very weak and fragile kind of lady. So
aren't
polite.
They all these students? Like, look at Joshua Wong. It's not like he's like a giant threat to, almighty China. You know what I mean?
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just the police and the government just saying, we don't want these people to start a movement because how strong was Gandhi? You know what I mean? That was a weak, fragile, bespectacled little man. But still, he gained independence for India. Right? So I think that's learning from history. They're trying to... But the thing is, the British also did these types of things, if not worse. And still the result was... I mean... what Gandhi wanted.
Yeah, I mean the police, they should, have some self-respect in this in this
I don't
matter.
know why they just follow orders. Like, hey, could you imagine the meeting? Oh, we have some really dangerous people that we are going to keep an eye on, and we need to videotape them and go after them. And one of the officers raises their hands and says, who is that, Captain? Are we going after, a Long Knife or Chicken Guy or all these colorful names that triads have? And like, no, we're going after students. We're going after scholarism. And they put up Joshua's photo and Prince's photo and Agnes's photo and all these scholarism members' photos. And officers would be like, oh, wow, these kids scare me. Let's get them. I mean, come on.
And they have weapons too, like the mic.
Oh, the mic.
Yeah, the
batteries,
mic.
D-size batteries.
They can throw it at people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can throw a whole megaphone or loud hail or whatever you want to call it at the police.
Exactly.
You could body slam somebody through a table like they do on professional wrestling. You know?
So at the same time, we also noticed that the police officer, the popularity, the police force, the whole police force, the popularity going down, even worse than the PLA army.
Yeah, I mean, the new police chief, Stephen Lowe? Yeah,
I don't
Stephen
know
Lowe.
the class captain.
The new police chief, Stephen Lowe, he acknowledges that there's a PR problem right now with the police and that they have to work on it.
So it's a PR problem, they think. It's not their own integrity problem.
It's integrity, it's PR, it's a lot of things, right? But he understands that right now that the police's image has been tarnished. Because they're certainly not getting the respect that like they used to. People don't look at them the same way like they used to either. But then when I look at certain police now, they really walk around like they want to get into a fight.
What do you mean?
You just look at their facial expression, their body language. It's not as friendly as it used to be. That's for sure. Certain cops are still the same. They look cool. It's all good. But certain cops, especially the ones that wear military boots and have the other types of caps that make them look like Foreign Legion officers. Actually, if you ask me. They're the ones that really think that, oh, look, I have a badge and a gun that gives me the right to do whatever I want.
Well, I think it's more than just a PR problem, of course. I mean, looking at this recent reports from the news about the police being, taking the cases to the courts, and a lot of the judges make some comments on their behavior and how they handle the case. It seems that the judges, they are not very happy about how the police handle their cases as well, because one thing is that one of the cases this week was that the police officer submitted a video in a case, and then they said that they lost it, and then the judge said, how could you delete it? And then they said, okay, then we try to go back and find it, and then they found it again.
Yeah.
And then the judge said that the magistrate said that you cannot just produce a piece of evidence like that. You have to prove the chain of evidence before you put it to the court at being admissible. So it seems that they don't follow the procedures anymore here.
And then there was another one where they took topless photos of a 13-year-old.
Mentally challenged girl.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
Exactly. And they didn't delete the photos either.
They put
They're
it
we'll
to
do
court.
it after.
No, they actually, in that case, they put it in file, and then they give it to the court. And then imagine how many people have
seen that,
have access to that file. I mean, it's completely, if it's a normal 13 years ago, it's already very unacceptable. If it's a mentally challenged girl, then how could you, as a reasonable man, as just a normal person, would you have some empathy to some people and don't take advantage of them? I literally really wanted to burst to cry when I read that news. It's outrageous.
There are creepers everywhere, and the police force is not immune to it. There are lots of, especially people with power. It's psychologically in their mind that they have this power, so they they actually get off on abusing it. You know?
And this weekend, there is a public hearing in Legislative Council about the procedure, how the police should handle the mentally incapacitated persons. And
put them on a list like Dr. Elizabeth Quat says.
Put them on a list. I mean, how come we have so many crazy people giving out these crazy
the netizens
ideas?
came back and said that she should put her name at the top of the list. So I found that a little humorous.
Okay. I think she should be the first one who's on the list.
But it really shows that the police are a little out of control. How many have been caught raping or sexually assaulting people they arrest, or threatening the people they arrest? People come in and say, I want to file a complaint against this officer, and then they're like, oh, no, you don't. You know?
The funny thing about the complaint procedure here is that the police complaint office is actually controlled by the police. So, and then we also have the Independent Police Complaint Commission, right?
Yeah.
But they won't take individual cases.
Yeah, that's one. And when there are massive complaints against the police, they just dismiss them all.
Yeah.
Like what happened with Occupy. They just said, dismissed. Yep.
And then the IPCC, they have a new chairman as well, and he refused to send anyone to observe what will happen on next Wednesday as well.
I wonder why.
If you don't see it,
but
then you don't have to do anything.
These protests begin tomorrow, Sunday.
Right.
So on the 14th of June, that's when people are going to start to gather on both sides, apparently. Not just the people against the package, but also Robert Chow's army. Chow Yun, his army. Yeah. And,
because it's summer start, then people need summer jobs.
So, I mean, they have to get the lunch boxes ready, some oyster sauce and oils and all this stuff. Maybe Robert Chow's grand prize is like a nude massage from him.
I wouldn't like that idea.
Well, like I was listening to earlier on another podcast, is that all these people that are for the package have their entire families with foreign passports, or they have them themselves. I just don't understand these people. Where they're, if you are so pro government, walk the walk. Even the government has most of their families with foreign passports.
Right.
Carrie Lam has already come out and said, there's no chance I'm running for CE. And this is the end of my term. 2017, I'm out of here.
No, she said she would stay in Hong Kong.
To do what?
To, retire, and she loves Hong Kong so much.
Oh, she doesn't get a pension after as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, maybe that's why. But, I don't want to bash on the police. I know a lot of people love doing that because they're the easiest target.
The police. They're the easiest target, not the people, the common people, citizen.
No, I'm talking about the people against the establishment. Okay. You know what I mean? They go after the police. There are bad apples in every institution, right? But
then the bad apple very back here.
Yeah, but I can't say every cop is bad either.
Of course, you cannot say every, but it must be quite a large number of them, at least from what it was reported.
Well, I hear horror stories all the time about the police. That's the other bad part. I mean, they generally behave very well in public, but once you're a suspect or they're on their watch list, they treat you like scum. They treat you really bad. Especially if you don't speak English. But Cantonese, I mean.
But the thing is that now is like Hong Kong divided into two camps. One is a pro-government. One is not. I mean, pro what?
Pro-democracy.
Pro-democracy. Yeah. And it seems that the police label these two group of people like a pro-government, and they're good people.
Blue ribbons, yellow ribbons.
And then the yellow ribbon will be the criminals. Yeah. They're actually labeling them as a criminal.
Sure.
So to them, but for me, I mean, most of my friends are yellow ribbon, and then so they would treat that as like a criminal, and then wouldn't be very polite.
I'm sure we're on some sort of list of unfriendly people because of what we talk about here. We're openly pro-democracy here. That doesn't mean that just because I'm telling you, if any Democrats switch their vote, I'll be the first one to condemn it. You know, because this package is ridiculous.
Indeed,
it's. I think I said it this morning on Facebook. You know, just because you put a pile of horse manure on extremely expensive fine china doesn't make it any better. You know,
right?
It's still horse manure.
I agree.
Yeah. So what the police need to do is be politically neutral, which they're not going to be. Stop being the security guards of the establishment. I mean, yes, stop legitimate stuff like vandalism. Stop legitimate stuff like breaking into Lechco, stuff like that. You know, like they have to. That's their job. They wouldn't be doing their job if they didn't stop outright, you know, destruction of property, public or private. Right.
Right.
So the thing is that they cleared out Tim May Avenue today.
I just walked past and they're still there. I saw Wong was still sitting over there.
No,
they were still
everything.
there.
Oh, okay. I looked at photos online.
Maybe it's later, but I thought I saw the photo online too. But I still see people sitting there and talking and.
Oh, okay. Well, it looked like they were starting to clear up, but notices are there to say please clear up. They need the area for protest.
And the police found, you know what, soda water.
Oh, that can burn.
Wow. Anyway,
something. I don't know. Anyways, we're coming towards this vote. What do you expect?
Of course, I think that it will be vetoed.
Vetoed? Even if you're offered $100 million? Leung Kwok-hung was apparently offered $100 million. I mean, where do I sign up to be a legislator? No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
But the thing
it pays to be a Democrat right now.
The thing is that they said it's $300 million a week ago.
Yeah.
And then
he's saying I got 100.
Yeah. Then where's the 200?
Could you imagine if he actually switched his vote? What would happen?
I think if I were him, I would take part of it and then make a big fuss about that, and then just donate it to these these foreign.
But then ICAC gets involved for taking bribes.
It's a bribe.
It's a bribe. $100 million to switch your vote is a bribe.
Yeah, I can't say
okay, that is graft.
Maybe
that is corruption.
In the bottom of his heart, he wanted to vote against it.
Oh yeah, he suddenly switched his vote. Right. Yeah, that was insane. The $300 million to switch the vote, and of course Jiang Xiaoming and Siu-wai were just laughing at ha. Right?
But if I were them, I would be very angry.
Why?
Because I've been supporting you guys for so long, and they have not offered anything.
I'm sure they're going to get lots of speaking fees like they do in other countries. They'll get their box of chocolates another way.
Right.
But I do expect a veto. But the thing is, what's the next step? That's going to be the most important question.
Yep.
So hopefully next week we can get a guest that can answer that some way.
Hope so.
Or another. But I still worry about last minute changes. What if it happens? What if it passes?
And I don't think so. I really don't think so. And I mean, last time someone switched, but because the Peking government did offer something, but we don't see the chance this time. At least I don't see the chance.
There's still 4 or 5 days to go, so you never know.
Yeah.
Anyways, coming up to our last segment, we have the Shame on You Award. Who do you nominate?
I will nominate the PLC Football Association for making these
awesome posters
to unite Hong Kong. Yeah. So and then I think it's very insensitive of them to make this kind of poster. I wouldn't say that is hate speech, but I think it's insensitive.
Welcome to China, to be honest, where other races are looked down upon, and there's nothing more superior than the Chinese or white race in this country or this city. So I wasn't that surprised, but I'd rather them be more open about it than lie and say, no, we treat you all the same. Yeah, right. Yeah. Walk a mile in my shoes and I'll tell you otherwise. So, the Chinese Football Association, you have just received the
Shame on you
award. And I wonder if they can give that out when Hong Kong beats China in September.
I wouldn't say that.
I might run up on the stage and just hand it to them.
Yeah.
Right? Anyways, thank you for coming and watching our show.
Yeah.
51st episode. You can like us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/IONHK pod. Same thing with Twitter, twitter.com/IONHK pod. The video feeds are at Mimi Hong Kong, and the audio feeds are still up. Search in iTunes, Ion Hong Kong, or go to No, is it IONHK? Yeah, IONHK.podbean.com. I haven't said that address in a long time. That's why. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us this week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.